I would like to welcome Maggie Ozias back to the podium as she comes forward to deliver the valedictorian address.
Hi. I would like to start by thanking the people who got me here today. My friends and family, but especially my parents. Thank you for supporting me throughout everything. The faculty of Pinckney Schools, thank you for pushing me to excel and giving me chances to grow. And the kids in my AP Calc class, you guys made me promise I'd give you a shout out, so here it is. About a month and a half ago, Miss Woods told me that I was the valedictorian. And ever since then, the perpetual question I've received has been, do you know what your speech is going to be about? My answer was always, that's a next week problem, until the next week turned into the next week, and the month and a half that I'd had to write my speech turned into a day and a half before graduation rehearsal, not the day before actual graduation because I am not that bad, but I still did not know what my speech was going to be about. So there I was Tuesday night, desperately searching for a burst of inspiration, so I turned to where else but the internet. It was around midnight or so, and I was watching valedictorian speeches on YouTube, hoping something someone said would trigger some great idea within me. But the only thing that really stuck with me was something one girl said. She said, "High school is the best 4 years of our life." Now, I hope it's not too controversial for me to say this at a high school graduation ceremony, but I really don't agree with that statement. Don't get me wrong, I have had a fantastic 4 years here, but I don't think the point of high school is to be the best years of our life. So, if high school isn't the best 4 years of our life, then I suppose it poses a question, what is it really? That's a pretty big question, something I don't know that I have one specific answer to, so to try to answer what I don't know, I'm going to start with what I do know. I know my story. I know that when I started high school, I was this shy, dorky little girl who was scared to talk to people who were taller than she was, and considering that I was barely 5 feet tall, that was pretty much everyone. However, the people I met and the experiences I have had have allowed me the chance to grow into a person who has enough self-confidence to be able to stand and talk in front of you today. I know your stories. For example, Jacob Lindquist. A lot like me, Jacob started off as a nerdy little freshman who was just trying to fit in. He's one of my best friends, so I can say that. And he wasn't sure if he was good enough to pursue his dreams, but now he's one of only 20 people who was offered a spot in Western's acting BFA program, which is a really big deal. Another example, Kylie Taft. Kylie has always been a genuinely kind and talented person, but high school has really given her the chance to blossom. Kylie is a talented artist, was the concertmaster of the Pinckney High School Orchestra, and if you haven't heard her play the violin, trust me when I say you're missing out because she is that good. My third example, Michael Garwood. The very first thing I remember about Garwood is him smashing his phone freshman year to prove that it was indestructible. It wasn't. However, he's grown and matured quite a bit into a deep thinker and someone who is fiercely loyal. He, like the rest of us, has changed. I could go on and say similar things about so many people here. It's one of the things we all have in common. We are not the same people leaving high school as we were when we started, and that is one of the things I know. Something else I know is that it gets better after high school, and there are bigger possibilities for us. Well, how can I know this? Well, I think it's pretty safe for me to speak on behalf of all of us and say that we've outgrown this place. We've spent the past 4 years learning and experiencing what the school has to offer, and we are ready to move on. However, if we've outgrown this place, then it means that there has to be something afterwards for us to grow into. I know that it gets better because I've seen people who come back after high school and are changed for the better. Two close friends of mine, Maria Hullaba and Rachel Manoski, who graduated before we did, both did very well in high school. They were straight A students involved in a lot of extracurriculars, etc. But when they came back from college, there was something different about them, like a different light in their eyes almost. You could tell because of the change, they were thriving, they were pursuing their dreams, and they were alive. So, these are the things we know about high school. We've changed a lot, and there are more changes ahead. Then the next question is, at this point, what do we still need to know? We need to know what the point was, so we can put all of this behind us and move on. We all experienced high school differently, though, so we all need to create our own point. After a lot of thinking, the point I came up with is this. Based on what I know, the point of high school is for us to be able to learn and grow enough to where we can go out and have adventures of our own and create our own best years. What was all of this for if not to move forward and do something with it? Many of us were able to take advantages of many opportunities, but even if you didn't, I hope you still look at what this meant to you, take it, and use what you learned to make the next 4 years better. So, is what I just said the point? I don't know, but it's a point. It's my point, and we all need to create our own point as we create our own life. My hope for you is this. I hope you didn't peak in high school. I hope these aren't the best 4 years of your life. I hope you find your point and you are able to move on from there. I hope you are able to pursue what you love and forge your own path. And I hope you have many great years to come. Thank you, class of 2017. It's been a good 4 years, but don't be afraid to make the next ones better. Thank you.